Thank you, Mary. One final partner here, Don Leo from the University of Georgia, Dean of College of Engineering. Thank you very much.
Well, good morning, everyone. I think it is still morning, and I want to say quickly thanks to Todd and Jeff and everyone else who organized this session today. We're excited to be here, and also add our congratulations. As has been said many times, the Atlas is a fantastic achievement. It's a beautiful book, and so this is an incredible milestone for you, and so congratulations. And let me just start out by saying that I represent the College of Engineering at the University of Georgia, but I think my short remarks this morning probably represent what most of my colleagues in academia and the perspective that we would have about being part of such a large venture, engineering with nature. And just if I could take 20 seconds and tell you a little bit about UGA. The University of Georgia, we call ourselves the birthplace of public higher education, because the University of Georgia was the first state-chartered institution in the United States. It was chartered in 1785, and engineering has been at the University of Georgia for over 150 years, but I bring that up because our College of Engineering, interestingly enough, is only about 6 years old. And I mention that because, as Todd said in his remarks, some of what we're talking about today is that blend of the old ways of doing business with the new ways of doing business. And that's embedded in our college in terms of us taking advantage of the traditions of a place like the University of Georgia, but having the opportunity of being a new College of Engineering. And I think we're also here today to represent what really is the opportunity that academia has to participate in these endeavors. Any public land-grant university like the University of Georgia, our three core missions are research, teaching, and service. And obviously the projects that we're talking about, the projects that are in the Atlas, are incredible research opportunities. And what we're excited about in our college, our faculty didn't like it. For the past year and a half, we've done a strategic plan. And really the first core value that came out of the strategic plan is a word that we've heard a lot today, collaboration. So we're excited about the research opportunities because the projects we're talking about today are inherently interdisciplinary. They're not just engineering projects, they're not just engineering and scientific research, but they involve public health, they involve business, economics, they involve environment, ecology, etc. And I think that's something that we bring to the table very well. And about 2 years ago, we started a new university-level institute, which was started at our college, but was approved by our university. That was the Institute for Resilient Infrastructure Systems. And the director is here, he was mentioned earlier, but Dr. Brian Bledsoe is here with us today. So I'd certainly encourage you to talk to Brian about that institute. And that institute was really started to address the types of challenges we're talking about today. And Brian has done a fantastic job of bringing partners across our university, across the state, and across the nation, like the Army Corps of Engineers, into that discussion. And we look forward to IRIS being a leader nationally and internationally in this area in the years to come. Next point, just quickly to make, is something that actually hasn't been talked about as much this morning. I think another reason why our involvement is important is that teaching mission that we have at a place like the University of Georgia. Everything we're talking about today is going to involve educating the next generation of leaders in this topic. People in this room are leaders already in this area, but we need to be, as a university, we need to be working with partners in the government, in the private sector, to understand how do we need to be educating the next generation of engineers, scientists, etc., who are going to take on this mantle of engineering with nature and move it forward in the way that Todd discussed earlier. And I'm excited to say that we've already got a start on that. We're working with the Corps on some educational opportunities. Brian's actually teaching a class that focuses on engineering with nature this semester, and so I think it's exciting to see that some of those projects are already moving forward of how do we infuse the educational aspects of engineering with nature into programs like ours and elsewhere. And finally, the service aspect of our mission is critical. We, as I mentioned, are a public land-grant university. There's about 60 across the United States. Service means helping our communities, helping the people, in our case, in our state, but also in the nation and the world. And everything we're talking about today speaks to that. making our communities safer, making our communities more resilient, making them more beautiful, and doing that in a way that, as I've said many times, working, engineering with nature as opposed to engineering against nature. And so we're excited as these partnerships grow to see everything we're talking today start impacting even more communities. I will say that I'm a little bit embarrassed because I think I may be the only person that spoke that doesn't have a project in the book, but in volume 2 we will be there. So that's our next step. So let me just close again by thanking Todd and Jeff to be able to speak today, congratulating everyone who was involved in the development of the Atlas. We're very excited. Our colleague from the Netherlands mentioned that today really isn't the end. It's an incredible milestone, but it's also a beginning. And so we're excited at the University of Georgia and our College of Engineering to be part of the next steps and see these initiatives move forward. Thank you.